The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now enjoy the show.
What up? What up? What up?
That is good. And we are back.
Feels good.
4.
This came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey.
Hi guys.
What's good, y'all?
The legend is here. The one and only Ezel Moon in the building.
Welcome, Black family. Welcome, Black.
Welcome, Black. I like that.
And I just want to give y'all a very, very, happy Black History Month. To everybody, because I'm Black, y'all, and I'm Black, y'all.
Liggity Black.
Black, y'all.
24/7, 365. We celebrating.
Shout out to CB4. Good reference. I like that.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, wait. Michelle, you got to face the cameras. We're out of sync. You're on the wrong side.
Oh, look at that.
See,
Eddie's not here. That's the problem.
I know.
There we go.
She would have got us right immediately.
Yeah, because, it threw me off a little bit. So shout out to Penny. Hey, wherever you are.
Hey man, Penny, we hope you're having an amazing evening. Hope you're good. We're gonna hold it down.
Hold it down all day, every day. It's Black History. We showing up and we showing out.
Indeed.
So how did y'all enjoy your month off?
Man, so much happened.
Life still be life. Listen.
Happy belated birthday to the top dog, our Jizzle.
Yes. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Yes. Happy belated.
Yep.
49. One away from 50, buddy.
One for the 50. Got any big plans for the 55?
We have to travel. We gotta go somewhere else and drink because I'm used to drinking at home. So we gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Sure. Yes.
You gotta get up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So
that is what's up.
It's in the works. I've been doing a little research. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
So we come, when we left, things were different.
You think?
Biden was still our president. And here we are, we're back again, and things have shifted a little bit.
Things may have drastically changed.
So how are you guys handling the shift of it all? What's the mindset? Because I know a lot of people are stressed.
All I've been telling folks is, man, make sure you start a business. Start a couple of them. Just go ahead. Get a business, get an LLC. Make sure you tuck some money away.
Yeah.
And keep your head down. Duck and cover, man. I promise you're gonna be all right. You just got
that's what I said. I'm not stressing about it because at the end of the day, stress doesn't change anything.
Right.
Stress just causes you can become sick and all kind of different things. So it's like it is what it is. We did 4 years with that already.
Yeah.
Just hold your head and like Ezel said, save your money.
Yeah.
Just don't be spending frivolously.
Right.
You really gotta keep
tighten your belt. I look at it like this. I'm going to eat every day. The only thing that gets decided whether it's the desk or a ski mask, because ain't nothing going to stop over here. We eating every day and we're going to be fine.
Amen.
Right.
That's what it is.
Hey, look, all that matters is whether I'm going to have to do it by hook or by crook, my boy. Let me tell you something.
We are survivors. We will find a way to get
Absolutely.
this done. Absolutely. Not worried at all.
And I think you need a really good support system. You need people that's like us. We come together, we talk, we're about community, and that's what's important. Community is really, really important.
For real. And saving, making sure that you actually have a mindset and a heart and a heart posture of, look, what I do for myself, I'm ready and willing and able to do for the last person that is connected to me.
Right.
You know,
Agreed.
that's what definitely will save us. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep a lot of that stress away. I promise, once you get into that place where you're able to accept that deep down inside,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes a shift inside of you. It makes you believe
It
that you
does.
even accomplish even more. Because you'll just look at the time like, oh, okay, well, shoot, like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, if you play video games, I mean, at the start screen, you select easy, medium, or hard. Now it's just like, okay, well, I'm just going to select super hard and try to see how.
There you go. There you go. That is the truth. That is the truth. I said I'm not going to stress about it, and I don't even entertain a lot of conversations around it, like especially negative ones where people are like, I don't entertain those conversations because they will bring you down.
Oh,
Nope.
for sure.
Got work to do. Got work to do.
Yeah, we got to keep pushing. If you stay in that space of being mad, that's not a good place. You know how much energy it takes to be angry?
Oh shoot, what? Too much energy, and that's why you gotta keep you got to keep your own peace. Retaining your peace is the name of the game, and how you want that, what you want that peace to look like, is strictly on you. You know what I mean? Right. Some people find peace, and some people find peace in problems. You know what I mean? Some people find peace in complaining. Other people find peace away from that. So whatever.
I don't even know how that's even. How can you? I don't even know how you do that. How do you find peace in problems? They're so used. I guess they're so used to just being that way that that's all they know.
Right. I mean, I think about it like those who like are so used to being on the battlefield. You know what I mean? Like, that's where they feel home is at. That's where they feel like their peace is at. The continued fight, the continued struggle. When I think about those who, even those who've been incarcerated for so long that their peace is all they know is that their peace is behind bars whenever their freedom is taken away, because that's what they know.
They don't know anything else. Yeah.
So it's a real thought process that I think that we all need to make sure that we identify what we want our peace to look like. And that's what we know that we're going to make sure that we work towards. And if anything, you put that, even go so far as to write it down. What do I want my peace to look like? You know what I mean? Like, do I want it to be on a yacht with 5 beautiful women? Do I want it to be at home with my family? Like, what do I want my peace to look like?
Make it plain. Right?
I like that. Like almost like a vision board type of deal, or just something you think like.
If you believe it, you will see it.
Yeah,
you gotta really believe it, though.
Yeah, for real. That's the best.
That's the part. Believing it for real. You can easily saying things. We can say what we want.
Right.
You definitely. But do you believe you have that thing already? Because I be trying to speak things into existence. I'll be acting like I already got things. Like,
I'm about to speak something to existence. Guess what? I'm about to speak into existence.
Intro.
Exactly. Gotta be my mind. As you can tell, the conversation goes way to the right because we talk all the time, and this is like what we do all the time. So we can talk for days, camera, no camera. So yeah, that's just what it is.
I'm trying to tell you, we do not care. We do
Welcome
not care.
back to Running with Scissors. We have to my what? It probably your left or my right? Over there, that way.
It's me. Hey, Michelle, with the 1 L in the building. What's good?
We got our brother Ezel Moon in the bottom row, and I am RG. Penny, we'll see you next week. Glad to have you back.
Yes. Good to be back. Good to be back. It's been a month. But you got to get back into the swing of things, because it's like that month off, you'd be like, Tuesdays is looking real like, oh, wait, I got a podcast.
Right. So, if you don't know, now you know. Tonight's topic, episode 32, Keeping Black History Alive. Thank you very much.
Right.
Very important.
If you haven't checked out our Instagram page, please do so because it's all things Black History 365. So go check us out.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Big shout out to Michelle 1L keeping it going. Appreciate it.
So yeah, man. We are celebrating ourselves and we are celebrating our ancestors. And we should do that all the time. Like, you know, what they say we're not celebrating Black because they were trying to eliminate. Like, you can't eliminate us.
Right.
You can't do that.
We're going to have to take it upon ourselves to keep our own history and story alive. You know, that's just what it is.
You cannot eliminate us. And that's why I feel like now it's like it shouldn't even be just about a month. I've always felt like it should never just be about a month. We need to celebrate our Black 365.
Huh?
I said it's got to be a year.
Yeah, for sure. All the time. And I think if we get into the habit of celebrating who we are and where we come from, we'll be better off as people too.
Yeah. I asked Michelle this question offline. Sorry, I mean to cut you off. I was like, yo, shouldn't we be kind of educating ourselves? Because I ain't gonna hold you. Outside of a few things I've learned over the years, I don't know as much Black history as one may think. So I was really leaning towards education when we were talking offline. So how do you guys feel about educating yourself about the history that we kind of missed in school?
I think it's very important because I know growing up, you know, they taught us what they wanted us to know. There was so much more than the textbooks that we were reading. Because, you know, we had very little growing up. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and even not even so much Malcolm X for real.
Yeah. No, it wasn't until the 90s we got to get on with him, unless you read the book.
So
I'll tell you. What's my man's name? It's so much stuff that's lost into the winds of time because people, you know, history is written by the victors, and the victors don't really just look like them. They look like, you know, some of these buttons that to push and stuff. So they, in fact, were able to, like, what's my man's name? Ron Forrest. He literally put out a video talking about he didn't know that about
Hank, Black Wall Street.
Yeah, he didn't know about Black Wall Street in real
life. But you know what? A lot of people did not know about even our own people.
Yeah.
I was one of them until I seen on the internet. Like, what the hell?
I've learned things over the years because I've had to educate myself about it. So you got to dig a little deeper into with your history instead of just
accepting
what they give us.
Mm-hmm.
It's more to it than just that. So I think it's really important that we educate ourselves and our children.
Yeah. I think for me, I knew about Black Wall Street. I mean, maybe because, you know, I resided in Texas for so long, so it was like, oh, all right, well, I got, you know, it's right there. Like, it literally is like
right.
So yeah, man, it's I think that you definitely need to step outside of what your comfort zone is and educate yourself. But people don't want to learn nothing nowadays, man. Like for real. Like don't nobody want to sit down.
They want to scroll. Everybody wants to scroll.
Nobody want to be watching stuff about our history. Oh, what we overcame, what we shall overcome. What don't nobody want to do.
That's okay because we have internet. Boom! Look at this damn website right here. Archives.gov news African American history. Don't play with us. Oh, you don't like that one? Here's another one. Bong. www.blackpath.org. Research.
I've had conversations with Black people who did not know what Juneteenth was.
You know what? It's regional because I ain't gonna hold you. When in Detroit, I actually had never heard of it until I moved to Sacramento. I had never heard of it. And I grew up in the blackest hood for real. Like all the bean pies, all that. And when nobody talking about the Juneteenth.
Yeah, I didn't always know either. Like I didn't grow up knowing what it was.
Yeah. So it wasn't until I hit the West Coast and everybody was like, "You taking Juneteenth off?" I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And they looked at me like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "I'm from the Midwest, bro. Sorry.
We didn't ever do it. Y'all didn't really do Juneteenth. We knew about Juneteenth.
Now it's a holiday for real.
Nah, we knew about Juneteenth because it happened right in Texas. In Texas, dog.
It happened right there.
To know. And I really foresee that, like, and I really think about it, like, man, I don't think they would have last to know. I think that was just a documented last to know. It's probably like, it's probably like decades and decades of slaves that, if I'm not mistaken, that were still, in bondage even after they just, weren't let, they didn't know.
Yeah. They some didn't even know they were free.
Yeah.
They didn't even know it.
If your free labor force thought knew they were free, do you think they
about it? I mean, they didn't have them telephones. You could just call, yo, we free, y'all.
And then what you doing tomorrow? Nothing, dog.
That somebody had to ride a freaking horse to the next state to let them know, hey, so the word had to spread.
And survive the ride to the next state.
Exactly.
Survive.
Living in Harlem informed me about Juneteenth. Yeah, okay.
See?
Yeah. So I think each one needs to teach one. So what we know we need to share. And, and let's not just keep it to 30 days or 28 days, the shortest month of the year. How about that?
Yeah.
But,
it's our history. So, yeah, you can put it on a t-shirt, but why not put it in your heart and make it embody it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Agreed.
Because they always take our stuff and sell it back to us. All of a sudden, it's a national holiday, so I see Walmart commercials talking about some Juneteenth and trying to sell me fireworks.
With Juneteenth t-shirts on.
Fireworks. Exactly. So
that's why they made it a national holiday, so they can freaking capitalize off of it and make some money.
Yeah, I was about to say, but I mean, now, with the way things are going, you don't even know if it's going to be a holiday anymore, much less.
Oh, yeah, right.
Which is really interesting because a lot of companies are saying, we're not doing that. Well, I'm not saying a lot of companies, but a few have definitely made known that, we're not doing Black History Month. We're not doing Juneteenth. We're not doing quite a few things that pay homage to not just African American, also
anybody. Hell,
really anybody.
Yeah.
Just
So, what do you guys feel about people that are boycotting different stores like Target and?
Well, Target really renamed their DEI programs under something else, and they've been trying to advertise and push that out there. We just renamed it, but I mean, it's just right now that's the buzzword.
Yeah, bro. They renamed it from inactive to active again. That's what the hell happened.
I do feel like we need to support our own as much as we possibly can, and regardless to whatever big stores are not, have pulled out of the DEI thing. I still think that we still support one another, supports Black businesses, small Black businesses, and Black businesses. Y'all step up your game too. So people want to come to you and purchase what you're selling.
Right.
I always say customer service is a big deal. We always hear our people complain about customer service with our people. That's the number one complaint. That I've heard. Customer service is bad. So they'd rather go elsewhere where they're going to get better customer service.
Yeah, because from a person who stays in the Black neighborhood, it's like I don't mind paying a little more because of my people. But you're not gonna make me feel like crap while doing this.
Yeah, so it's like, right, you got bad customer service, your prices are higher because we know that we don't have any manufacturing companies and things like that, so we can't manufacture our own stuff, so we have to outsource, and so that means we have to raise our prices. Yeah, I don't mind supporting and paying a little bit more, like you said, but you're gonna be rude and mean and nasty to me.
Yeah,
I want to eat at your establishment, and you mad because I asked you to wipe the table off and mop the floor, son?
Yeah, I keep trying to give people grace. I remember I ordered this lady was selling food or whatever, baking dinners or whatever. So I was like, I want to support. I ordered food probably 2:00 in the afternoons because I wanted the food to get there before when I got her from work. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have my food.
Right.
Listen, that lady showed up at my house at 8:00. At 8:00. And then when she showed up at 8:00, she was calling me, talking about, the person who was supposed to pick up the food didn't come. It just got a whole bunch of different excuses, which irritates me because that's your business.
Yeah. So anybody should be responsible to make sure.
It's your fault. What you should have been doing is apologizing to me for the inconvenience, not blaming the driver and all these different things that you made, all these different excuses. and then you come, and then the food wasn't even good. So I sent her a message, and I was as respectful as I could possibly be. I wasn't disrespectful, and I said to her, "Listen," I said, "I understand things happen. You know, you have to be accountable and responsible for your business because that is your business. Yes, you had problems. I shouldn't have even known that. You should just apologize to me and threw a couple of extra pieces of chicken, something. I don't know, something in there.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Sure.
And said, I apologize and I hope, but she gave me this whole spiel and then she sent me this long paragraph back, still making excuses. And I said, okay, I tried to give you grace. I'm not even going to give you a second chance now after that.
Yeah.
I try to give people second chances because sometimes the first time it's like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my food and my stomach, stop playing with me.
No, because think about it like this, right? You waited extra time and they got no paprika and then, you know what I mean, no silverware. It's cold.
And it was, I mean, food wasn't that good. I mean, like, come on. You had me waiting for 7 hours for this?
Damn.
Waiting 7 hours for food that is not good is wild work.
And, you know, and if she was a person that was trying, she didn't have a restaurant, so she was cooking food in, you know, out of her house or whatever. But she had a business, so I support it. And because you got to start somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
People start in their house, next you know, you got a storefront. You got, whatever. You got a restaurant.
Yeah, grassroots.
Not like that. So that's just a lesson to anybody that's getting into business. It's your business.
Yeah.
So if something goes wrong, be accountable for your business. Do not blame other people for what went wrong because you're in charge of your business and you have to be the person that says, all right, I messed up.
Right, my bad. Because that actually will gain your customers back when you take accountability for the stuff you do.
Right. And your employees, if they mess up, you still got to, and you deal with them, fire them or whatever you need to do. But when you're dealing with the customer, you need to be 100% accountable for anything that goes wrong in your business and make it right. I'm big on customer service. You know, I'm a customer service agent for the postal service, but that ain't my business. That's not my company. That's just my paycheck.
Yeah, what's going? Is it you in person or you virtual?
Over the phone.
Oh, you over the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hiring?
Go to the website and see what's up there. But we only have a couple of we don't have any locations. We only have 4 different locations that do what I do.
Dang.
And they are in Kansas City, Jersey, LA, and Michigan. Troy.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Troy. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure me out this whole thing, boy. Yeah. All right.
So customer service ain't easy because when you have a yelling, screaming customer on the other end of the phone, listen, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say but solve my problem.
Right.
Yes. And a lot of times it ain't even your fault, but you still got to hold that. You know what I mean? You got to at least try to calm it down. You know, at least try.
You realize you got to have empathy. I said, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna have empathy for somebody hollering and screaming at me.
Nah.
You gonna get this monotone.
Yeah, nah. You can't be talking to me like you lost your mind.
No.
Like we can have it out in a ways that it doesn't reflect that I am a human being that is trying. Like
yes, I'll read you and be very nice, nasty.
I promise you, I'm gonna talk to you like I'm a human being that has been tried, and recommended. Try Jesus, but not me.
But not me.
Oh, yeah, you will get a phone malfunction with the quickness. As soon as I hear some words that are very unsavory to my sensibilities, we just had a malfunction.
Yeah, we're not even allowed to just hang up. We have to give the people warnings like, okay, this is the first warning. You know, if you don't stop using foul language, then you got to warn them. I think don't make it to 3 warnings. Like,
hey, sir, please refrain from cursing at me or I will be forced to disconnect the call. And then
when you tell a grown person to stop cursing, they will curse more.
Yeah. I know. That's why I'm ready to hang up on you. I'm saying this so you can give me a reason to hang up on you.
Tell me how to talk.
Like, to me,
I told one person, you are absolutely right. I cannot tell you how to talk, but what I can do is not talk to you.
Click that.
Yep. Done.
On this line. So you have a good day, and thank you for calling the United States Postal Service.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you see my P symbols through the phone? Because I'm not about to have this abuse.
Yeah, customer service ain't for the weak. I'm telling you, especially on these phones and dealing with people that don't care. All they want is what they want.
And I think that's the biggest part, tying it back into our discussion about Black businesses. I think they like the idea of serving the people, but they don't have the skills to serve the people. And they think just because they look like us and sound like us, they don't have to have the same standards of quality when it comes to serving us. You know what I mean? And I think if anything, we should get it twice as well as the next person because we do look like you.
Yeah, agreed. And that can make or break you. You know, you get a lot of reviews about your customer service. People will not come and support you.
Right.
We're not supported, so.
Because it's not just us coming to your businesses. It's other folks from other communities that's going to try you out. And your Google reviews and all that stuff are going to say a lot about how you carry yourself, even in the whole marketplace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a person that gives you, I will give a review. I give a review if it's good work and if it's bad. If it's bad, I'm going to give you a review too.
Yeah, no, if it's bad, like I try to, closed mouths don't get fed. And how within the community we tend to have a great deal of empathy for each other. I tend to lean on that empathy because of the fact that, I don't want y'all to go under, but if I bite into your chicken and the outside is piping hot and the inside
is raw,
it's colder than my heart. Little baby, I need a refund. Like,
get my money back
immediately. We need this. We need this to. You can take the food back. I don't want it. It's only been a few times in my life. I've been the one.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I feel disrespected. Like, how you serve me this? How you serve me this? And then not like. It's been only a few times in my life where like I legitimately had to raise my right hand and say, no, I will not stand for this. I'm
this is not it.
This ain't it, dog. Like I cannot, dog.
Yeah, that's not good.
The outside, literally smoking. The skin
is crazy,
popping, but on the inside, Jack Frost done slapped this chicken on the bottom and said, "Breathe." I'm trying to breathe life into it.
Yeah. At that point, I don't even want you to make it right. Just get my money. I'm sorry. Go.
No. We straight.
Yeah,
I pay for these sodas or whatever. Then we're gonna go somewhere else where I get my food cooked. Just saying.
Yeah. The right way. Yeah, you didn't put the microwave up high enough when you reheated it. Clearly.
Right.
Yeah. Or leave it in there long enough.
You know what? That is right because ain't no damn way if you cook the food like the inside will be ice cold but cooked. Right.
Because you took it out the fridge, put it in the microwave, and you didn't heat it up enough.
Oh, you gave me yesterday's chicken. I'm kind of mad about that.
Yeah, right. Leftover chicken. And you want to serve it to me cold on the outside. Right. It's looking good on the outside. You're like, oh, this look good.
Shout out.
Mad about it. I am peeved. I am.
Can't do it, sir.
I don't play with like my food. Like if I go to a restaurant, I go back because the service is good and the food is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me go back. And I may give you a second chance if the food is good and customer service is not that good.
Right.
But over time, I'm gonna be like, yo, they just rude in here.
Yeah.
Or the wait time is just too long. It's like a lot of things that will make me not support an establishment. I just want all of our people to be mindful and so that they can have the success that they would want to have when they start small businesses or anything like that. Because you can't grow
right
if you don't pay attention to what your customers want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people gotta learn. It's a big ass difference between well cooked food and a long ass time waiting for the food to cook. It's a big difference, especially in a restaurant.
To turn me from going somewhere too. Like, I ain't waiting 3 hours for the food. Like, I'm not. Never mind.
I gotta place my order and go back to bed. You know what y'all doing?
Or sitting in a restaurant and you just wait, and you order your food and it don't come out for an hour. Like, come on.
But y'all supposed to have roasted the ribs before I got here, dog. For real.
I got to figure it out. Like, new businesses. Sometimes you got to get the swing of things. I get it. If you're open and you're new and you got to figure some things out. Okay, I'll rock with you. I'll give you some grace. I'll come back. But if you're in business for like 3 years and your service is still bad, okay, something's not working.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You got to look into that.
Let's hit this break real quick, and then we'll start up at the topic. We'll get some ideas from the crowd on how we can keep Black History Alive.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty professional.
Oh yeah.
That sounded really professional. That was good.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I get it right.
I feel you, bro.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm waiting for?
Oh yeah. Commercial.
Tap into your essence with a divine essence candle. Candles that soothe your soul and balance your chakras. Each candle has an affirmation inscribed on each jar to help you stay grounded, create balance and harmony. Use code DE20 for 20% off your first purchase at divineessence.us.
Tired of the same old motivational speaker? Well, unlock your full leadership potential with Penny Owens. Through storytelling and real-life obstacles with real-time solutions, you'll heal your inner child, expedite the learning process, highlight your strengths, and soar to the next level. Using my keynotes, Depression Ripple, and Purpose Power Infusion, I tackle the underlying issues that keep you from being where you want to be. Join the many who have changed their lives after hearing me speak. Go to www.pennyowens.com.
And we are back. Thank you for pulling up. Running with Scissors in the building. I got Michelle 1L over there. I got my main man, Ezel. I am RG. And tonight's topic is keeping Black history alive. Now, we kind of touched on it, but we started talking about bad food. Huh?
I said, cook your food thoroughly. That's the way we can keep Black.
Yeah, no more food poisoning.
So you'll kill people.
Well played, sir.
Exactly. Okay, so what was the point that you were making about keeping Black history alive? How important it is to make sure that we keep our history and our legacy. What happened?
He is history. He became Black history. Wait a minute. He'll come back. He became Black
history alive, and
he disappeared like Life. Remember Life when everybody kept fading away out of the picture?
Oh yeah, right. And how can we keep Black history alive?
First of all, by teaching it to our young, and not just talking about what we see in the textbook. Our own personal history is also Black history because they're all tied together. Yes. So having conversations about the past so that they live on in the souls of the future. Grandparents, books, old letters, pictures, that's all history. Damn, my man going for real. I'm looking down again.
I don't know. He lost his out, so I don't know if he's coming back or not, but it was good to have him here for the 30 minutes that he was here.
I know he went full Thanos on us. He was turning the dust on us.
Yeah. I think it's really important to not just other people's history, our own, our ancestors in keeping their legacy. Oh, there he is. Keeping their legacy alive.
I was like, he went Black history. He was like, he disappeared on this.
I am Black history. Look at me. But yeah, I don't. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
We were talking about how to keep Black history alive, not only just history itself, but our own personal history, like for our people.
Man, look, you have to pass down those stories. You got to tell the stories. You have to have a griot. You got to have somebody that's a library. Identify somebody that'll be the library of information, and continue to make sure that you fill that library with passages of just what happened with your family, what happened with the families that you're connected to, and keep that, like, literally keep everybody interconnected, keep the family close, keep the family together. That's a way that you can continue to keep your own Black history alive well, and don't be afraid to tell to tell the hard parts of the story. Those hard parts are part of what make us so amazing. You know what I mean?
And you can kind of recognize where some of your trauma may stem from.
Absolutely.
Getting to the root of things is important, because sometimes you want to know why you are the way that you are.
Yeah.
Why your mother was the way that she was, why your grandmother, it goes way back.
Wow, so you're saying pretty much our history can lead to our healing because we know why things are triggered inside of us. Wow, that's deep.
That history can lead to your healing.
Yes, that was lit. I like that. That's lit. Yeah.
But sometimes I think we're afraid to revisit our history because of the pain. It's painful. Right. And I get it. And I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes the growth is in the pain. And I think that's sometimes what we get away from. Yeah. Am I going to watch Roots every year to remind myself to be mad? No. But am I going to understand the principles behind it? Yes, absolutely. Knowing what my true greatness is and knowing how to manifest it and not just letting those past things keep me from being great. That's how you keep it going.
Because Roots is just one part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You think about, that's one part of the story, and that's Alex Haley's history.
Absolutely.
Right.
People.
Yeah.
We're still connected to our people too, somehow.
Well, okay. I can say we can draw similarities between what their ancestors and our ancestors go through.
That's what I'm saying. We're all connected in that way. You know what I mean? We're all connected in that way, for sure.
Right. I dig that. But, when I look at chicken, I see dinner. I don't see like fighting at all. I see dinner with a 2-piece. Just saying.
I was in Barnes and Nobles the other day, and they had Roots out. And I said, I've never read this whole book.
Why would you exercise the sadness, though? That's what I want.
But the thing about it is that I feel like, I'm in a different space now. I probably wouldn't try to read it now because I haven't seen the movie umpteen times. But
yeah,
I never read the whole book. I don't even think I've looked through the book because the movie came out. And I was a kid when it came out. So I wasn't reading Roots.
I definitely read all the Roots and Back in the Gap because it was like a book challenge where you had to see who read the most pages.
You won. It's 912 pages, bro.
That's a big old book.
I very much won. That was.
Now we have Audible, so you can listen to it.
Yeah. But you double down with the encyclopedia. You was already 900 in the hole, bro.
Yeah, I won.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like 8 or 9 when the movie came out. My mother did not let me watch it. It's interesting. I think about back then. My mother didn't let me watch it because she felt like I didn't. But I feel like I should have been able to watch it at that age.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like that would have been helpful. Way more helpful.
Moment, but my mother looked at it differently. It was like, you can't watch that. That's just too much, Which is, I think about it now. I'm saying that's interesting. Like, I don't know what her thought process was about that. Why she let me so I didn't see it until I got older. But I remember going to school the next day and some of the kids were talking about it. I was like, my mother will let me watch it.
My mom was like, I can't watch all that.
Yeah,
I see both ways, right? Because I can see where she's like, look, this is imagery of black people in torture and all that stuff. I've seen my daughter a different light. I don't want her to take that imagery into her soul. But I can see where, like, yo, you need to understand where treachery comes from and how it looks and how it.
And this is our history, So I think that could have been a teachable moment for us to watch as a family, maybe, so that way you can teach. But her reasons were her reasons back then.
Now I ain't gonna hold you. My kids have never watched. I've seen Roots a million times. I've never forced my kids to watch Roots. Ever.
Yeah, I've never forced my kids. I don't even think my kids have watched Roots.
Nah, I don't think I'll force my son to watch Roots, but I think that it would definitely be very, very helpful for them to understand who Chicken George is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying there's some dope stories in there, but I think the whole idea of it is not really to uplift us anymore. It's to just remind us, like, this is what you used to be.
I mean, you can flip that though. I mean, it could be that, you know, and I had gotten to a point where I just was tired of slave movies. I was like, I do not want to see another slave movie because that is just not all who we are. We are so much more than just slaves.
Facts.
But that is still a part of our history, so it needs to be embraced because of what our ancestors did go through. So you don't ever want to forget that, like, and just push them to the side and say, oh, their stories don't matter, because they do.
Right.
And so when I was thinking that, I was like, oh, I was just looking at it from a different perspective of Hollywood and how all they want to do is portray us in this light, you know, all the time. This is what y'all are, and this is what we've been reduced to. So, y'all, this is all. So that's where I think my mind was when it came to the Hollywood thing. That's why I think that our history is more than what's on the movie screen.
Right.
Because the movie screen is watered down. You know, they don't know our story for real.
Nope. And nor
do
they want to.
Because the same place that makes a blaxploitation film is the same people that's going to tell me where I came from. Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah.
You're probably not working on my best interest. You know what I'm saying?
The blaxploitation was us.
Yeah, but who did they get the money to put in a major theater from? I'll wait.
Except Melvin Van Peebles, you know, he funded his own stuff.
Yeah.
He was the king of blaxploitation. Let's keep it 100 now.
Right.
But then when it came to Shaft and the Mac, and this is how they see us.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, and even like Good Times, all those different shows from back in the day, they portrayed us in we were nothing better than living in the projects or things like that. So that is not all who we are. Like, we are so much more than just that. And that's important to teach our children too. You know, yes, we have that side, but we also are kings and queens. You know, we come from greatness and royalty. So we're not just slaves. And I don't want to say it like that, because I don't want to take anything away from my ancestors, but
it is what it is.
You know, we are so much more than what they try to make us, you know, how they portray us. We are so much more than that.
I saw a shirt that said they didn't kidnap slaves from Africa. They kidnapped doctors, lawyers, and that's so true. You know, we were more, but we were forced to be in bondage, and that's something that, you know, I would hope that our children and our children's children take away from the lessons of the past. You know?
Yeah, and we have to move forward too, because sometimes I feel like a lot of our people are still in bondage.
Right.
You know, they are not able to come out of it because of the mindset. They still are so attached to that mentality. So that's why keeping our Black history alive, but also moving forward and evolving. Absolutely. You know,
learning from the history instead of repeating from it, pretty much.
Hello.
I did. I did.
True.
Yeah.
So if you were going to talk to a young person, right, and you were going to tell them, like, hey, you have this whole heritage, where would you start them? What would be the first thing you would show them or let them read to actually get them immersed in their culture, or the culture, for that sake? What would be the first thing?
Man, I would take it all the way to before, you know, way before slavery. You got to start them off with like the things that is dictated about Africa containing the original man. You know, you got to start off with things like that to let them know that, hey, this is, you know, we wrote our own history, you know, at some point. Because no matter where you looked at in Africa, we all were the victors of you know, whatever we were dealing with then. It was only through the denigration, you know, that was introduced from others, that is what, you know, brought about such terrible stories. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So I would start them in the like further back though.
Yes.
Right. ECE
before slavery, because that's not where it started. It didn't start at slavery.
Never.
Right.
No matter how much they try to make us think that, it didn't start there.
Never.
Right. So, it's just a one small chapter in a long history, or lineage, if you will.
And that's what I think we need to learn more about, who we were before slavery.
Yeah. You got to make sure that people know that we will.
And even I'm even learning stuff now. You know, at this big old age, you're never too old to learn. So it's important to go before slavery, because that's not. I keep saying that, but we are more than just that. Right. So look into their history. Look into who we were before slaves, before they came and they took us. So you got to look at that, because that's will let you know who you truly are for real.
For real. So, yeah.
But yeah, I definitely would start there as well, before slavery.
How about you, bro? Where would you start at?
I told you, man, I'm starting
That's what Ezel said.
Yeah, I'm starting.
No, I'm talking about, like, when I say it like that, I'm talking about, like, what about your personal history? Because I'm real big on personal history. That would be where I would start at.
Oh, got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us don't know what country that we came from, what part, stuff like that. So I would kind of start there, because I feel like you can shape your story and tie it in once you know where you come from. You know what I'm saying?
So you start from you and then work your way backwards. So that makes sense. Sense.
Yeah, it does.
How did I get here? You know what I'm saying? Why are we having this conversation?
Right.
Yeah, true.
Mr. Ezel Moon, I know your time is up, so you got any parting words for us, brother man?
Man, look, first and foremost, I love it when we do this. Make sure you guys all stay tuned for so many more amazing conversations right here on the United Front. Please shoot us a follow over on Instagram, on Twitter, everywhere that we are. Make sure you follow us, because we're doing some amazing things over here, and there's gonna be so much more to come. I'm Ezel Moon. You can shoot me follow Ezel Moon _ and yeah, man. I will see you guys next week.
All right, brother man. Be safe out there. We'll see you next week.
Love you.
Peace.
Thank you, sir. That's our brother.
Yeah, I'm like what you were saying about starting with our own history. Mm-hmm. I have a cousin that she does all of the family trees,
genealogy, all that good stuff.
She does all of that. So she goes back, and interestingly enough, one of my other cousins, I don't know how she came across this, but she was looking online and she came across a I want to say like a funeral homes record of,
oh wow.
Yeah, yes, from I don't even know the year, and came across my great grandmother's baby that had died.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And they showed, how much they paid to bury her. And I was like, yo, how did you find this?
Right.
Wow,
that's right.
And I didn't even know that there was a baby. I didn't know that this is before and this is after my grandmother. This is my grandmother's mother.
Oh wow.
My great grandmother. Yeah, so there was a baby that came that passed away. Of course, people in my family know, but I didn't know that. Right. And I think sometimes we keep our history under lock and key for some reason. I know that's how my family has been growing up. It's like certain things you just keep secret. It's like we gotta stop with all of the secrets. What are we gatekeeping our history for?
Well, I think at the time they thought they were protecting us by not sharing all the atrocities that happened to them, but sometimes I think it hindered our growth in some respects, because we kind of didn't. Some of the stuff we didn't know we had to fight until we had to fight it. Wait a minute, when they start doing that, you know what I mean?
Sometimes I feel like we learn these things as we get older, and then I think it now contributes to our trauma. Because damn, it was like that.
Yeah, damn.
And I feel like it hurt it hurt my mother, it hurt my grandmother, because all of the things that I feel like they kept locked up, they couldn't heal from it, because there was, everything was a secret. So you don't talk about this. I grew up in a household where that stays, whatever goes on in your house stays in your house.
Exactly.
Whatever you don't bring out inside to the outside. I mean, I get that too, but then so many things are going on inside that it's like, how do I escape this? Who do I talk to? What am I supposed to do? Because I'm supposed to keep this a secret too.
Yeah, because the filtering system is low key broke though, right? Yeah, I may not be able to tell you how many TVs I got in my house, But Uncle Junior is back in that room by himself for a reason. I need to know that. Because you tell me religiously, don't go back there messing with Junior. Why, Grandma? Please tell me why.
Everybody got to stay away from, and that's crazy because those are things like child molesters, all kinds of different things are within the community.
And you have no idea. So it's not just we're saying Black history as an Eli Whitney made the cotton gin. No, we're talking about your history too. Because that could make or break your future. Knowing that you kind of figure out why you are prone to substance abuse or you have these things. Your history takes a big part of some of the behaviors you inherit, whether you want them to or not. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but it's at least a start to fixing yourself.
Got to start. Your history is part of your healing. And not saying stay there. You got to stay there. You know, you just got to understand where you come from so you know what you're dealing with so you can move forward. You know, so it's like if you don't know, how do you how do you evolve, you know? Because it's like it's coming from somewhere. And when you find yourself stuck sometimes, you're like, why am I so stuck? Because there's things that you probably need to know.
Right.
This is my opinion. You don't know some things. Like, you know, it's just weird. But, you know, like you said, our history, keep Black history alive, is not about people that we don't know. It's about our own history.
Right. Because it all ties together. Because we're still here for a reason. And you need to find out what that reason was you're still here.
Right. That's so important. That is so important. I mean, Black history, who we are as Black people, all of the things that we've done, what we've created. You know, we built this world for real. You know what I mean? So what we learn from them, like I said, I'm doing the Black history post and everything, and I'm enjoying it because just researching and reading the different things, and I'm learning stuff, and I'm actually enjoying doing it. So
that's dope.
I got 28 days of this, so it's like I can imagine how much I'm gonna know, how much I'm gonna learn by the time I'm done.
You know what? I'm gonna go with you on this journey, my friend. You heard it here first. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the books and start getting it cracking. Cause I used to read those books all the time, and I kind of fell off. Yeah, so I had a nice, massive library of like Black history stuff. It got fascinating to me when I was younger. So I'm gonna go back.
It's like you be like, oh shoot, wow, for real? Like, wow, okay. We did so much to learn. Like, we don't know everything. Like, we know certain things that is kind of like in mainstream, you know, what people know, you know, like you said, we talked about earlier, Black Wall Street. A lot of people don't know about that.
Right.
You know, and how important that was for us as a community, because that was us coming together. That was community. Right. That was community. Yes. They didn't like it because we were people that we had integrity and dignity, and we owned our own thing, and they don't want us to have that. They want to take it away from us.
Right.
So, you know, it's not just, okay, these Black people had a place on a street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Think about how they got there.
It's an infrastructure that was ripped away from a group of people who are self-sustainable. That's what they're not saying. They had their own economy within an economy, which is some mad complex stuff. To have your own economy inside of another economy and support your own community off your own economy is like,
right?
Spider-Man, look, pointing fingers at each other. You know what I'm saying?
They had movie theaters, they had all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, it's possible. It's obtainable. It's, you know, when you hear, and that's why I think they don't want us to believe that we can have that community. We can have that.
Mm-hmm.
We can have that. We just have to stick together. I mean, it's so cliche. We just got to stick together. We got to come together, and you know, we always saying that, but it's the truth.
But okay, so I would say, what does that look like sometimes? Because I think sometimes we can define what togetherness is. I think we can actually have it happen. So, in general, what would you say togetherness would be?
I would say is, you know, acceptance, you know, because I think that we are so divided to some degree because everybody doesn't think the same thing. You know, everybody has their thoughts about what, you know, and people, and we can be very selfish and self-absorbed, that we're only concerned about ourselves. When you start thinking about other people, then I feel like we can really come together and make something happen. So to me, it looks like acceptance first and foremost. And
I would say learning how to agree and disagree. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, disagree. I love that.
Yeah. Because we may not always agree on everything, but our disagreement shouldn't pull us back apart. We should be able to come to a happy medium where we can respect each other's point of views and keep it moving. And I think that's what we've lost. It's either you got to be one way or the other. There's no middle ground. And if you don't think like I think, we're just going to fall apart.
Yeah,
and that's where we lose.
I think that in my mind, you're wrong, or your mind, I'm wrong. And
yes.
Two things can be right at the same time. Like, your opinion is your opinion. Now, facts are facts, but I also feel like facts are data, and data changes. Data, am I saying the data changes all the time.
Right.
So 1 minute it's 50%, and the next minute it's 60%. So, you know,
right.
Facts can change.
Yes, absolutely.
They can change.
Yeah. So that's really if I had to put it to a head, I would think being able to understand and not always agree is probably the biggest tool we have as far as growth. Even whether it's your religion, your whatever, just being able to sit down and have a peaceful conversation where everyone's actually taking in what they say. We listen and we don't judge. Yeah, some of that stuff.
Don't judge.
Don't judge. By the way, I'm never playing that game ever in life. Never playing the game.
I'm not doing that either.
I'm never.
I don't want to hear nothing. Especially I'm not doing it with my kids, because I remember they hit me with some stuff one day. This was some years ago. We were sitting in. They were older adults, you know, and we were in the kitchen. They started telling me about things that they did that I didn't know about, and I was like, "Well, what the hell? You did what?" And I mean, I can't punch in your face now, because I mean.
And I know that when I say this contradiction about learning your history, I ain't ready for them. I got to go way back to the past. I can't be mad at them people. So
right.
I got to work my way up to my kids.
Exactly.
Baby steps, homie. Baby steps. I ain't ready.
Right.
I ain't ready.
Yeah, I'm not listening and judging. We're not playing that game.
Not at all.
But in order for us to come together, we have to have that mindset.
Absolutely.
Listening and not judging. But that's the world that we live in. We are very judgmental people. And that's just, let's call it what it is. We are.
It is.
You know, it's hard to be, it's hard to, and I think judgment doesn't always have to be a negative thing, which I think that people take that and say, oh, you're judgmental. But it's like, how do you make a conscious decision if you're not judging the situation? Like, you know what I mean? Not necessarily the person, because I don't have, or heaven and hell, as that they used to say, to put you in. So who you are as a person, huh?
I haven't heard that phrase in a while.
Right. Who you are as a person is who you are as a person. I have to make a conscious decision if who you are as a person is somebody that I need in my life. So if that's judgmental, then I guess that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because like, how do you make a decision to decide? So if you're not judging people, then you're just gonna be friends with everybody.
Right, and everybody ain't your friend.
And everybody ain't your friend.
That's skinny girl. Like, everybody ain't your friend. Homie, be careful.
Everybody, you're gonna have everybody around you. No, you have to make a conscious decision to say, okay, this person seems like they're a good person. You're learning them, you're figuring who they are, but. So judgment, have taken on this
negative.
This negative, right? Oh, you're God. You're not God. Only God can judge. I agree, but I am going to assess.
Yes. Threat levels. We're not judging. We're just assessing threat levels.
Assessing, and deciding if this is what's best for my life.
Got you. I respect it.
Yeah, so I get it, because people are so quick to throw that you were judgmental. You judging me.
You even got the hands right too. They be like, you always got to put
me. Yeah.
What does this mean? Like,
judging me, and that's triggering for some people to hear somebody say that you're judging them. Because like, wait a minute, what? I don't get to choose. I don't get to say who I want in my life because because you're feeling some type of way because maybe I didn't choose you. Oh,
yep. But it's that time, sister.
It is that time.
I know, hour flies, man, especially when you're having fun.
Right. So I think this is going to be a great season. You know, we're talking all things, not just all things Black history, but community and how we can build our community. And that's what we on this season, y'all. So still stay tuned. And if you haven't, we did a Freedom versus 40 Acres Summit.
Ooh.
Check that out. Go to our YouTube and check it out. It was an amazing conversation, powerful, and it was a lot of jewels dropped. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Big shout out to all of our speakers, Dr. Jesse Brown. Big shout out, Ronnie Francois, and your lady
Elrita Godbody, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. That was
and Mustafa, Penny's husband.
Mustafa Samra, and big shout out to Javari Hill
and Javari. Absolutely. So, you know, he's always coming with something. You know, he brings a lot. Sometimes it's like, okay, Javari, but then sometimes like, okay, that makes sense, Javari.
Yes. We listen and we don't judge, ma'am.
Judging? Am I judging? I'm judging. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Tell the people how they can find you, sis.
You can find me on my Instagram at Michelle_with_1_ELL on Instagram. And also make sure you go to my website, divineessence.us, and go check out some candles. I need to restock, but I'm coming, and I'm actually coming back with a beard oil. So that's coming up new. It's gonna be a new thing. It's coming up new, but that's new. I'm getting to beard oil, and I think I want to cater to the men.
You know girls with beards? That's a whole other story.
I don't know, but now I'm saying, you know, women are always the ones being catered to. Nobody thinks about y'all sometimes.
So she's coming out with male and female beard oil. I just want to see you order.
I know some women that got some beards that could probably use a little oil. I'm just saying. I literally, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing.
I am RG. I have so many jokes. I'm a 7-year-old. Don't mind me. You can catch me on Instagram under RGains_II. Please, if you must go into my DMs, please just leave. Be peaceful. Be respectful. Show topics, jokes. I'm here for these jokes. If you haven't noticed, nothing derogatory. We do block because I'm gray and I don't have time for negativity. Other than that, thank you for pulling up. We do appreciate you. Oh, website? You said we got a website. Yes, we do have a website.
Got a website. Yeah, check out the website so you can see all things the United Front Network. There's power in numbers, people. So go check our website out. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. See what we got going on.
Yeah, we all over the place. And the season, I don't even know what season this is, but we back.
Big things are going. 2025.
Like
so we're gonna do what we do and not worry about what they do.
Right. And just think next week we'll be back at full strength. So
yes, that's gonna be a good show.
All right, folks. We will talk to you guys next week.
Y'all. Peace and love.